I hope I'm not the only one on these, but so some friends can be bad. So I had this friend, and had, and he was like a really bad influence. And he just started a group, and I was like, it's probably like how you like message people on like a group chat. So there's like 4 people and you message them all. So I joined it. He's like, oh yeah, it's called S&M. Oh, nice. What does it stand for? Oh, it stands for nothing. It doesn't really matter. I'm like, oh. And then we got over fight, and then he starts a fight. And I'm like, bro. And at this time we had 4 people in it. We all know each other. And Caden, which was one of them, was playing soccer. I was with Bailey, Jet, and myself, obviously. Me and Jet walked away, but Bailey kept doing it. Next day, we're called into the office. I'm like, I didn't do anything. Then I remembered, oh, the group thing. Yeah, I walked away from that. I shouldn't be really in much trouble. And we all got in the same amount of trouble for it. And then he says, oh yeah, it stands for S&M. No, he doesn't, not S&M. It's called S&M. Oh, what does that stand for? Says the principal assistant. Oh, it stands for Show No Mercy. And for the people out there that don't know, mercy is when, like, if you show mercy, that means, like, you're, like, nice to people. But no mercy means, like, you want to go, boy? You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? Boo, boo, boo. It's like, you want to go, boy? You want to go? Boo, 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 boo. For no reason. So, you got all in the cool down zone for a day, and then for the other day we had to follow the actual principle of 298 and West Rasmussen. So yeah, yay! Okay, so I just got a motorbike like a couple of months ago, and then my pop comes to my house, and he gets like a wooden bit, like that big. Can't even fit it on the screen, like that big. And then he puts it down under 2 logs. I mean above 2 logs, so 2 logs are under it. And then he says, go get your motorbike and jump it. I'm like, what? Go get your motorbike and jump it. I'm like, okay. First time, I nearly crashed, but I did it. Second time, I did it pretty good. And then I rode it for a bit more, and then hopped off. And then we go inside, have tea. Very good tea, by the way. And then the next day, we go back out. And then he comes out, and that's what he does. He says, oh, I'll jump it a few more times. I'm like, okay. What?
What are you talking about?
And I go up there, hit it a few more times, right? And then it's like, oh yeah, I'll go and have one. And then he comes back. And then when he comes back, he says, hey, go jump on your motorbike. Jump it a few more times. I'm like, yeah, I hit it 24/7 now. But it's still really fun. And I would be the same, so I hopped on my motorbike, and then I hit it a few more times, and then he goes over. And I think I did a bit too much. I don't know how much to put on. I think I did too much. And then he goes over and puts a third log. And then just remember, at this point, I've only had the motorbike for a couple of months. So I'm like, are you sure this is a good idea? And he's like, yeah, it is. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yes. And I'm like, okay. So I go over to my motorbike, and then because I stopped it before, I didn't say that, but I did. I hop back on it, and then I'm like super nervous. Then I go up, hit it, and I was like up in the air, and it did not go well. It did not go well. It doesn't look as bad now, but stop to make it so you can see it. But yeah, I landed in the rose bush, and then I landed in a wall about like that high from like the bottom to like the top of the bench. Pretty freaking high. Pretty goddamn high. So yeah, I really need to go pee. And it hurt lots. So yeah, well, I fell to the ground and I didn't cry somehow. My mum was more worried than I was. So yeah. Okay, so I had this girlfriend. Now she's my ex-girlfriend. I had this girlfriend, right? I spent so much money. I gave her more flowers than I gave my mum my entire life, and I gave her more in like 2 years, right? And she was planning on us to go on a date and stuff. And then I go to school, right? And then it's like been one break, and then it's second break, and music's going. Bell's about to go. If you guys don't have music, we have music to know to go to line up and then go into class. So yeah, I walked past her. She's holding hands with another dude. So I'm like, next day I confront her and she's like, we broke up in grade 1. I'm in grade 3, by the way. And she was planning the date this year. So I was like, no, the hell we didn't. That's when we got together. We never broke up. We never ever broke up. And then her new boyfriend standing there with his knuckles like this, but beside him, and bro's ready to go. Now that's it, my man. But oh, and we have this huge yelling chat, and some of the boys, they wanted to beat up Reed. They wanted to beat him up. I was like, nah, but they wanted to beat him up. So yeah, they wanted to beat him up for like a couple of days, but they couldn't go on him. But I wasn't gonna be part of it. Hands up. And the worst part about it is, I'll go and give her a hug. No, don't. Stop. Is what she'd be like. And then, one of my old friends, I blocked them on Messenger, but, after that, it was the guy from like that fighting thing on Messenger. He put a group, Ollie and Reed. Ollie was my ex-girlfriend. Ollie's my ex-girlfriend, and she cheated on me with Reed. So I went to him and blocked him. So that group's now ruined. I never liked him anyways. Is that ready? No, it's not. What is it? No, it's not. So, yeah. Sad times, although I got over it. Okay, so do you guys ever have this one kid in your class and it's like the nicest person ever and then they do something really bad? So like once there was like a group of people that were all really innocent in our class. Well, they were innocent, and then one day they found vapes in the bin, so they decided to vape in school hours. And one of them nearly got suspended. They all came back crying their heads off. I was like, whomp whomp. Like kids, don't vape. Vaping bad. Okay. So yeah, they got in lots of trouble. To them, that's what they get for vaping. And by the way, one of them is now my new bully. So yeah. Okay, so is there ever like one dude and he like ruins your online games? So he would basically just like not ruin it, but like, hold on, 1 sec. But he'd have like he would have like someone's brainwashed, and he'd be like, "You're not Sigma, like you're not Skibbity Sigma. What are you doing? You're not Skibbity Sigma." And he would also be mean. I encountered that yesterday. Want to know what I did? So he was saying stuff about my mom. So I was like, hey, at least when I take a picture of my mom, my phone doesn't break. Yo, guess what? At least my fridge isn't gone because of my mom. Yo, guess what? At least I had a girlfriend. You've never had one? Yeah, I had one because of the last story. And bro, I roasted the hell out of him. I was like, yo, at least my mom doesn't go to Dunkin' Donuts to work out because she thought it was a basketball place. Damn. So yeah. What to that guy? Just womp to you, buddy. You probably grew up with the worst parents, and you're probably adopted. So if you ever encountered that guy last night on the on the 30th of September 2024, named Play Daily 9975. Man, I cooked you. You were absolutely cooked. So yeah, the hell. Oh yeah, because I was touching the little that was touching one of the hottest bits of it. So yeah. Don't online bully. Is it just me? Or when I'm making ice cream, I just do the craziest stuff ever. Like I tuck it in Oreo, some Nutella, Rich and Thick, which is like a chocolate topping, Ice Magic, which is like, it goes hard after a while, some Hershey syrup, that's really good. It's like a strawberry topping, and some gummy bears, and some sour worms and whatever stuff I can find. Like, is that just me? Or is that like everybody? Is it just me? Or when you're in grade 3 you start to become adult and like an adult type life? Because I'm in grade 3 and now there's people pushing in line to get to the front of the line. And I'm like, we're going to the same place. Like, what? We're going to the same place. Why do you care so much? It doesn't make sense. Why? If you're that kid, please stop. Is it just me? Or are all parents actually cooler than anybody thinks? Even if you think they're cooler. Because I think my mum's cool. But she's cooler than I thought. Because last night, this happened last night, my sister was going to bed and my mum's like, just act like you're going to bed. So she goes, good night, Chandler. So I go up to the middle of the stairs and I go, good night, Mum. And then I go up and then, because it's not actually my bedtime, and then I hop on my tablet until 11 o'clock at night. But yeah. Is it just me? Or when you're around the boys and you see like, or if you're on your bike with the boys, say, you do something real stupid like, oh, there's a hill and it goes straight down. Let's go down it. Whee! I did that. Luckily I didn't get hurt. You know Burnt Creek? There's like this bit and it's like covered up by like a bush next to it.
Yeah.
But like there's this bit and it's like really bumpy and it like goes down. And your back tire goes like down it.
Yep.
But it's really fun. And scary. And you have to stop before you go down it. Otherwise, ooh. That sound was nice. So, basically, this is about grounding. This one's about grounding. So, I didn't know what grounding really was, like, until I figured out. Not the hard, I figured it out the easy way. And then I figured out what it was like the hard way. So this was like 2 months ago. I bashed the kid up, my nose was like bleeding all the way down and stuff. I was like bashing him off, boom, boom, boom. And the school called my mum and dad, obviously. And no, that wasn't the time. It was before that. So I accidentally put sand in someone's shoes and they were really annoyed. So they just like picked up a stick and like, let me just say, the end of the stick was like, so, ooh. So, and no, and he had fake Jordans. So I was like, two, one you can just go boom, boom, boom. Oh, sand's out. And two, they're probably $10. $10. And I got grounded for that. I was meant to be, and let me just say, when you're grounded, you look outside the window, and then there's all these girls throwing rocks at your window for you to come out. Then you look away, rub your eyes, and then they're not there, because you realise You got no girls, bro. So, at this point, you're just like, damn, this is real boring. Although, guess what? Guess what? I could still go outside on bike rides and I could watch anime, but I couldn't play video games. Or do YouTube videos for you guys. But I didn't have a YouTube channel then, so yeah. But that was for like, I don't know, like, I think it was like a week. So, yeah. Yeah. Is it just me, or when you get a perfect friend, like, always gonna be friends? They say that we're like, or me and him are in a group. He's like, oh, let me bring my friend over. I'm like, okay. Must be a nice guy, because you're a nice guy. So he's probably a nice guy. That guy's real annoying. So like, he'd be like, oh my god, you're trash. Like, he only hit a 360 backflip tail whip bar spin, and I eat dog when I try and do that. Like, you're literally dog water. Okay, you do it. But you stop asking stupid questions. You know I can do it. Do it then. If it's easy. Nah. Let me just say, those type of people are the most annoying people ever. Can we talk about like why when you go to McDonald's everything tastes different? Like, I go to KFC, chicken nuggets are so soft, and they're like really, really mushy. But when you go to McDonald's, they're goated. They're like absolutely goated. So yeah. Although I love KFC for their chicken wings. They're my favorite. They're my favorite. How did I forget them? The Wicked Wings. The Wicked Wings. There they go. I think we're gonna wrap up the video there. If you guys enjoyed, smash that like button, subscribe, and bye everybody.